Well, that's the free hub noise bit out of the way. Welcome to another video. So as you saw earlier, I've been to York to pick up my new winter wheels, which are these. And these are actually by a company called Just Riding Along, which are based here in York. They're hand built in York. The components are not made here, obviously. They're just assembled here, final assembly. But I wanted some new winter wheels to replace the Kalimas. So yeah, the Kalimas, I've had them a couple of years. They've been great wheels, but they've done a lot of miles now. They're kind of on the last legs. The bike shop had a quick go at nipping them up to see if they could stop the play in the bearings. They say there's nothing wrong with the bearings. I've been tightening them quite regularly, but they've done a lot of miles, 13,000 miles, and they were really, really cheap, just over £100. So they're kind of disposable at this stage, which it is a shame that they're disposable because, you know, it's a big thing to throw away, but well, what are you going to do? They were just too cheap to bother repairing, and also I wanted something a bit lighter. I also only ever bought them as a stopgap, so I always knew they'd be replaced at some point. They were a stopgap when my Zondas broke. So I found out about this company Just Riding Along last year when I was out in Mallorca. I ended up riding with one of the guys that builds these wheels in York, and he said if you want a decent set of light wheels for your winter bike, although back then that was also my summer bike, but yeah, he basically said have a look at our Lark range, see what you think. They're very light for the price you pay and they're well made. So I had a look and I've been kind of thinking about it for ages, and I ended up going for these, which are the new out Lark core wheels, and they're actually the cheapest wheels they do, but they're fairly lightweight. They're not quite as light as the light wheels, but the light wheels have pretty tight weight limits, which I'm not at, but maybe I will be at it one day, and I don't want to have a wheel that you know, might snap or might be unreliable, because, you know, this is a bike that I will take out to Mallorca, for example, when I go in February. So I want wheels that are not going to break on me. Don't want to snap spokes and stuff. But saying that, these for two wheels, although I will say all you get are the wheels and a spacer for a smaller cassette. You don't get any quick releases or anything like that. But these are £300 for the pair. And they come in at 1,557 grams wheel weight, excluding the free hub. And I have weighed these myself, and that is correct. It was about 5 grams over. So yeah, I'd say that's pretty good, really. So yeah, unlike other wheel brands, they're not lying about the weight of their wheels. So yeah, pretty happy about that. They're quite a high spoke count on them, hence why these are a bit stronger than the others. This is the rear, this is the front. So the other differences between these and the more expensive lightweight Lark wheels are, so there's a spoke count, there's also the bearings that they use are full stainless in the lightweight ones, whereas these are stainless cartridge, but the bearings inside are steel rather than stainless. I'm not too fussed about that. And also the design on the wheel, the Lark design, which is really nice, is really limited to just this section on the core wheels, whereas you get more fancy design on the more expensive wheels. But this is really nice. This is actually etched on. I don't know if that's going to come out on the video. Yeah, there we go. So that's actually etched onto the wheel. It's not a sticker. That's, yeah, really nice artwork on the wheels. So I'm pretty happy with them. And then the final thing to say is they actually use Bitex hubs. They are labelled up JRA, so they've branded them themselves, but they are Bitex hubs. They do say Bitex on them. And when I spoke to a friend who works in a bike shop, he said they should be pretty good if they're Bitex hubs. So yeah, hopefully they are. So what I'm going to do is fit the wheels today. So I've got some new bits. I've got a new tyre, but I've only got one at the moment. However, the front on the bike at the moment is pretty new. So I'm going to fit this to the rear, and then I'm going to steal the front off the bike at the moment and put that on the other one. I'm still running tubes. You can run tubeless on this, but well, I don't on this bike. And I do have a new cassette and chain actually to go on this bike. However, it is still winter, so I'm not going to put a brand new chain and cassette on. The one that's on it isn't worn. It's not even 0.75 worn on the wear gauge yet. However, I probably will change it for a new chain and cassette because it's had a few chains now on that cassette. I try and change it quite regularly, and I'd like it to be all new for when I do go to Mallorca. So yeah, I will fit this here in the warmth of my house, then I'll go to the garage and fit the front tyre, swap the cassette over, fit the wheels. That was tough. Brand new GP5000 that's been sitting in a cold garage, and yeah, seems pretty tight fit, but it's on, so let's go to the garage now. So this is my Canyon Endurace. This is the bike that these wheels are going to be going on, and yeah, this is the front tire is pretty new. It's still pretty round. It's not done that many miles, that tire, so yeah, I'll stick that onto the new rim, which is currently over there. Yeah, I've just been washing this bike actually, well, cleaning the chain more than washing the bike. But yeah, so I'll put that cassette on. The chain's still in pretty good order. As you can see, it looks pretty good condition really. So yeah, we will keep that cassette. This tire will just stay on this rim, which will be a spare wheel set now. So yeah, let's get that all changed over. So that's the tire fitted onto the front wheel. I thought that might be a little bit easier. It was a little bit easier, but not as easy as I was hoping. Definitely quite tight fitting rims. So now let's get the cassette off that wheel, stick it on the new wheel, fit them, and I also have some new brake pads as well. So they're just the Shimano normal brake pads. They're for the front because the fronts are pretty low. The rears I did change the other day because my other ones died. I did want to put all new pads on with new rims, but they've not done that many miles now. They've done about 150 miles maybe, them new pads. So they'll be fine on the new rims. So the cassette is on, but it took so long because I ended up having to clean every single piece individually because there was so much crud in there from, I think just from riding the Rafa 500, even though I've been cleaning the bike really regularly, it just all had mounted up. So yeah, that's clean now. It's all fitted nicely. Let's get it on the bike, get the new brake pads on. So yeah, just changing the pads over now, and these are the old ones. So you've got to focus. Yeah, pretty short as you can see compared to new. Yeah, the new ones have got loads more meat on, so definitely time to change them. They've worn pretty well actually, and it's probably about the right time to change them. They're just about smoothed off, but they're not down to the backing plate, not quite yet, not like the rears were. So yeah, that's the wheels fitted to the bike. I think they look pretty good. You can see the Lark detail in there, and the pads are all lined up nicely, and the wheels are running so nice and true. There's no play at all now. Before, there was so much play in that front wheel that it felt like the headset wasn't set right, but it's a brand new headset, it's definitely correct. So yeah, I'm really happy. I think they look really good, and hopefully they will serve me as well as the Kalimas did, because they were great for the price I paid for how long they lasted. Okay, so I think that's going to be it for this video, because I'm not actually going to ride the bike today. I'll let you know how I get on when I do go out. I'll get a few miles in first before making a comment about it, but I think it should be good. Also want to say thank you to everyone for subscribing. We've hit 1,000, which is amazing. Really quite pleased with that. So yeah, thanks for subscribing. Hope you're enjoying the videos. If you haven't subscribed, then please do subscribe below. And yeah, I will catch you in the next one.